Falana Ozekome, other senior advocate of Nigeria, faults Buhari's warning against court summons after office. Welcome to the news and thank you for tuning in to listen. The views came as a response to the president's statement during his interview on Channels Television on Wednesday, when he asked that anybody who asked him to come and give any evidence in any court when he leaves office would be in trouble, because he already made sure all important issues are on record. This man thinks Nigerians are fools. See, this man, somebody should tell this man that we are living in the 21st century, we are not in the 17th century, and that we are actually not living in the military regime. Rather, we are living in democracy. If they call, you have to answer. The way you are going after people, probing them for election, it is going to happen to you. You don't even have the right to even come out and say this. I do not care anymore. What is this? This man came in and made politics, right? He actually said, okay, go after those people. Look, we are not even faulting you saying, okay, probing others. You're honest. What you actually gave out will be given to you. You are going to come and prove all this thing you are saying. See, somebody should tell this man. Somebody should wake him up. We are not in the 17th century. Actually, he has no right to even say this. He has no right to say this. You do not do well, they come and probe you and they say things, you are going to give them evidence. If you cannot, you're going to serve the time. All this one you're saying. Oh, goodness. Nigerians, this thing, nobody should take it to. No one should take it. This is actually what they call manipulation. This is what they call manipulation. You cannot be manipulating the system when you are in the system, and you want to continue manipulating it when you're not in the system. The law stands. Whether you are the former president, whether you are the former governor, whether you are the former senator, you are going to be probed. When they probe you and find you guilty, you cannot provide those things. You go and serve your term. You go and face the law. Nothing should change the law. There should be what I call total rule of law. This is where people will come out and they are going to say Nigerians have lost it. You can't keep... Oh my goodness. You cannot keep doing this. You can't keep manipulating the system. It is not possible. It is not your father's property. It is not. Even if it is your father's property now, and you're coming out to say, oh, you actually did an occasion, and you are saying everything is on record now, nobody should ask you. If they finally check and they cannot understand, you're going to come and have to explain. If you cannot explain it, you are going to have to face the law. Simple as ABC. All this one is coming out to say these things. I'm not sure he's fine. I'm not sure he's fine. Okay. The news in detail. Let's listen to the rest of the news. Please stay with us. Some senior advocates of Nigeria have said that the President Muhammadu Buhari should be ready to account for his actions when he leaves office next year. Their views came as a response to the President's statement during his interview on Channels Television on Wednesday, when he said that anybody who asks him to come and give any evidence in any court where he leaves office would be in trouble, because he already made sure all important issues are on record. Asked by his interviewers what comes to mind about 2023 elections, he said, "It is not my problem." Asked further if he had no interest in who succeeds him, he said, "No, let him come, whoever it is. All important things I made sure are on record. Nobody should ask me to come and give any evidence in any court, otherwise, whoever it is would be in trouble, because all important things are on record. I make sure about that. Important issues are all on record." But in their separate reactions, senior advocates of Nigeria, including Fami Falana Ifedayo Adedipe, Mike Ozekome, and Ebun Olu Adegboruwa, said the constitution does not give immunity to former president, and so Buhari should be ready to be questioned when he leaves office. Falana said they believe Buhari was misquoted in that part of the interview, noting further that the orders that could not be enforced against him at the moment because of his immunity would be enforced when he leaves office. He stressed that the president will be called to account locally and internationally. Making reference to a recent report by The Guardian titled "BPP Kicks Against Award of ICT and Contract to Medical Firm," the lawyer said while still in office enjoying immunity from prosecution, Buhari was already being indicted by a Nigerian government agency. Falana also made reference to several court judgments secured by an anti-corruption group, Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project, against the Buhari regime. He said right now, Buhari is already being called upon to give accounts, not to talk of after he leaves office. These orders are going to be enforced. More accountability cases are likely to be filed between now and 2023 and thereafter. In view of the avalanche of petitions alleging extrajudicial killings by security forces, the Special Prosecutor of the International Criminal Court is likely to open investigations that may implicate top officials of the federal government. While he's still in power, even the BPP is indicting him. People have gone to court to say you and Amechi cannot award this contract. Now he enjoys immunity. When he's out of office, he won't enjoy any immunity. So he should be expected to be called upon to give account. And if the records are there, he will have to come forward to present the records. Those records are not in the public domain. Many of the times the request for information under FOI, Freedom of Information Act, they will not reply. So how can he say the records are there? Falana added that if nobody was in trouble, even now that Buhari is in office, enjoying immunity and has all the forces, instruments of oppression and intimidation, and people are suing him, demanding accountability. When he is no longer in power, his immunity would have expired, so he'll be called to account for his actions locally and internationally. Adegboruwa expressed discontent with the president's comment, describing it as an attempt to blackmail this successor in office, even though his immunity, according to Section 308 of the Constitution, ends upon the expiration of his tenure. He said what the president has said is purely emotional blackmail and is using style to threaten his successor, which is unexpected of a president that claims to be fighting corruption. The person fighting corruption cannot himself be running away from investigation or probe, because that would be inconsistent with the president's open declaration to be ahead in anti-corruption fight. The immunity granted to him is limited while in office, and once he concludes his tenure, he can be arrested like every other citizen. There is no law that protects an ex-public officer from being summoned by the court to give evidence or account of their tenure. Under Section 6 of our Constitution, the courts are given the right and power to exercise jurisdiction over any citizen. And once the president completes his tenure in 2023, he should be expecting that a lot of times. He'll be summoned to court to account for his tenure, the railway project, Chinese loans, humongous amounts spent on electricity, and we are only getting darkness and a lot of things the president has to account for. Okay, on those notes, we have come to the end of the news. We say thank you for tuning in to listen. And until I come your way next time, enjoy the rest of your day.